Hi guys, Jeremy here, and today we're going to be taking a look at this thermal imaging camera, which was sent to me at no charge for this review. This is called the Finder S1 series. And so what I want to do today is show you what you get in the package just real quick. And then I want to show you how to install this and then show you the features that are available through the app that comes with your camera. Now, the purpose of a thermal imaging camera is to show hot spots and cold spots. And so this is going to be used in multiple different professions. If you're searching for a body, if you're searching for an animal, them hot spots are going to show up through the thermal imaging. Or if you have electrical issues and you're looking for maybe a hot spot there, you can find it with your thermal imaging camera. So many different uses for this camera that I can't recommend these enough. I've done several of these thermal imaging cameras. They all pretty much do the same thing. And so as we look at this one today, we're going to walk through what it has to offer you so that you'll be well informed and you can make a decision on whether or not this is the right product for you. So the first thing that you want to do before even setting this up is go to either the Play Store or the Apple Store, and you want to download the HSF Tools app. HSF Tools. Okay, so once you do that, then you are going to be able to install your camera. Now, the camera is just Android plug-in, right? So it's just Android plug-in. We do have an extra adapter here, but it is not Lightning. It is just your USB-C. So it's just going to be a USB-C used camera, basically on your Android products. Now, when you do plug this in, one of the first things it's going to ask you is, would you like for the app to open up whenever you plug the camera in? And I think, in my opinion, that is just the easiest thing to do because we're not going to be using these all the time. And it might be the case that you even forget what the name of the app is. And then when you're ready to use it, you just can't find it. So I would just have this go ahead and automatically open when you plug it in. So what I want to do is turn on my screen record for you so that you can see everything that I see, and I'll be able to walk you through this step by step. So I want you to notice first, I got the camera facing you, okay? So when you put it into your phone port, you want your screen to face you and you want the camera to face out. So if you do have that flipped around, it's still going to work. It's just going to give you a thermal image of yourself. So if you want to do that, that's fine. If not, turn it around the other way, then you can scan the room. So we'll get this, and my screen record is going now. So what we're going to do is just plug in the camera and it's going to open the app automatically, just like that. Now, one of the first things I think is super important is right up across your top toolbar, you've got your SP, which is a very detailed picture. So that's going to use up just a little bit more resources. Also going to cause your phone to run just a little bit hot. Next over is called a picture-in-picture, which is a pretty neat little feature there. You can see you can see the camera, and then you can also see my two lights there. So I'm just going to turn that off. I'll turn that on later to show you some of the things. Next over is called your auto calibration. If you do not auto calibrate, it's going to continuously calibrate getting the correct temperatures and getting the correct pictures, correct measurements, and all of that. And to be quite honest with you, the auto calibration can be a bit of a nuisance. So I think that it's just as easy to shut that off, because the next button over is your manual calibration if you wanted to use that. And then you can also rotate your screen 90 degrees if you want to. So now everything is upside down, and then we'll hit that again and we'll turn it back up. So that's across the top toolbar. Now I'm going to hit this arrow to go back and show you just what the home screen looks like. So when you are on this screen up in the top right hand corner, you can add other devices to the app if you need to, or down underneath where it says Thermal Image Finder S1, you're going to pick the camera right there, and then you're going to go into the thermal imaging. So the picture that we see here, okay, is what we are looking through now at the camera. You can see over there in the corner, there is a Christmas tree. That Christmas tree is not real hot, it doesn't look like, but we're going to show you some neat things with this imaging camera that I think that you'll find fairly interesting. So we're looking at our picture. What we're seeing here now is hot spots, okay? So there's There's a mic. There's my hand right there in front. And there's a microphone right there. There's a screen right over there. We'll go over here to the computer. You can see hotspots on. You can see hotspots on the computer. And what I mean by hotspots is that it's just generating more heat than the objects around it. Okay, so that's what your picture is going to be. You see an A over here by your thermometer, right? So your thermometer is giving you your temperature readings, and I've got it set to Fahrenheit. Okay, so what we're looking at here is about a 70-degree Fahrenheit just on the table. If I click that A, it's going to follow hotspots, okay? And you'll be able to see that thermometer move up and down. There's an 86-degree. And then if we push the bottom one, it's going to hit the cold temps. And I don't want to do that either. So just a couple of different features there. Now, right there in the middle of the screen, you can flip your screen, or the next button over is you can remove that thermometer if you would want to. I like to have that thermometer on there so I can see the range of hot versus cold. Now, the next toolbar underneath is where all the magic happens, okay? So what we have here first is measurement. And what we can do, if I was to click center, what we're going to get is the temperature in the center of my screen. So you can see a little crosshair popped up. So that's the center of my screen. And so I can move that center of that screen anywhere and get specific temperatures on specific things, okay? If I wanted to take that off, I just click it again, and then I can click the hot. Now, if I could take that off, we can track cold spots. Pointer, then you can also draw a line in between two places. You can make a rectangle, and then you can clear everything. Next thing down is your palette. Now on your palette, you can change the colors that are being highlighted. So there's Iron Bow, and if we go back the other way, we can go to Rainbow and Fusion. Some of these are really neat. You just pick the one that seems to be most appealing to you. That's what we're going to be looking at there. Next one over is your image, okay? So on your image, you can brighten up your image. You can darken your image. You can do your contrast, the sharpness, parameters. Now, the parameters is just kind of the settings of the camera. So you can do your temperature range. You can have an alarm go off when it reaches a high temperature, just so that it alerts you and lets you know that, hey, there's something hot over there. Or you can do the cold. And you can also change your temperature unit from Celsius, Fahrenheit, or Kelvin, whatever you want to do there. I'm going with the Fahrenheit. And then last thing on that is a temperature alarm, which I stated that if you get too hot, too cold, then an alarm is going to notify you. Now, one thing about this camera is that you cannot, it does not give you the image, a good image quality if you go horizontal. Okay, so I'm just still going to have a vertical picture. All of my settings here are off to the right now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go upstairs. The rest of this video is going to be in the vertical format because I want to walk around the house. I want to show you some hot spots. Now, what I think is super interesting is that if you are going into a dark room, for example, a firefighter going into a dark room that's filled with smoke, you can't see anything, but your thermal imaging camera is going to pick up body heat. Maybe there's an animal, maybe there's a person in there, whatever it is, you're going to be able to find that. Same thing is going to be true if you're an auto mechanic and you got some radiator leak. You don't know where it's coming from. You can find the hot fluid coming through and pinpoint where the hole is. Or if you've got other electrical issues in your vehicle, this is going to show up also hot electrical imaging, and I'll show that to you once we get upstairs. Okay, so this is what we're looking at in my living room. Over here on the left, you can see my wife is sitting on the couch. Right behind her is a fireplace. Now, the fireplace is not currently burning, but it was this morning, so that whole area is hot. Down there on the floor, you can see we've got a dog. You can't see the cat because the cat's just a little bit colder than the dog, but look, you can see his eyes and his nose right there. And what I want to do is give you that picture-in-picture so you can see what we got going on here. That's what it is. There's my granddaughter, Miss Emma. Some hot spots over there. You can see a light and you can see a camera, a digital photo frame over there, which is showing some hot spots. And you can see that that's what we're looking at over there. There you can see my reflection. And then here's our bedroom. Now my bedroom is actually pitch black. You can't see a darn thing. Let me show that to you just real quick. There's my bedroom. And it doesn't matter if you turn the light on or off, you can't see that in the camera, but listen to the switch. Okay, So over there, I have nothing running, but you can see a hot spot sitting on my, right there on my bedside table. And what that is my CPAP machine, which is not running, but there's electric going to it, so it's hot. And then we look right over here. There's an alarm clock up on my dresser. Over here, we have a fan in our room, and that is also showing hot because there's electric running through it. Very, very interesting. So these thermal imaging cameras, they're really neat, and they're going to show you a lot of stuff. And so, you know, if you are a professional or if you are just interested in thermal imaging, you want to scan your house, look for window leaks, look for cold spots, look for hot spots. You can also do this up in your attic and all sorts and a variety of different places. And so I would definitely recommend this one from HS Tools. It's super nice, easy to use, and I think that you're going to be really, really pleased with it.